Hello, welcome to McBoss Capital channel. My name is Michael Chu. In this video, we're going to talk about the growth stocks list I follow. Um, for this week, ending August 1st, 2025, we are starting August and things aren't going too well right now. Market seems to be pulling back, and we did a video on about the general market and the big cap tech stocks. So if you want to watch that, please go ahead. Um, but for this video, we're seeing like lots of stocks under distribution right now, and IBD did shift their allocation to 60 to 80% right now. It's across the board, all the sectors. We're seeing lots of distribution. In terms of the growth stocks list, right now I have two lists. One list is the rally from April 7th, and then we have another new list on the right here, which is from uh, since the earnings season started, which is like around July 14th. Okay. So right now, based on those two lists, the first list here, this a lot of the previous leaders, and we stay seeing the percent of uptrend right here is really coming down really fast, and now it's at 15%. So there's way more stocks in downtrend versus in uptrend. And then on the new list, stocks that have reported and they have good earnings, but yet a lot of them didn't react well, right? And so that we also seeing the percent uptrend coming down. Now it's near 27%. It started the week at 38%. So for every one stock in uptrend, there's probably two and a half stocks in downtrend right now. So yeah, it's 27%. It's actually like closer to 20. Yeah, it's closer to one in four actually. So it's not good. So this market is really tough. So yeah, we're going to talk about some of the stocks here just to see how they're reacting on the chart. So we're going to start with my previous list. This is since April 7. A lot of the leaders, even ranking at the top now, is in downtrend. You can see this column here, the symbol here. This is the percentage performance gain since this rally started April 7. This is the ranking here. And this is the highest date. When was the last time they make high date? And you can see some of them July 31st, some of them August 1st, so Thursday and Friday, but some of them are July 29th, 30th. You see, so they have kind of pulled back recently. So here's CISO. CISO is definitely the top performer in my list here. It has pulled back recently, and then it tries to bounce right here. Unfortunately, it's keep getting shot back down. So this is starting to look more like a consolidation, which is look like a cup kind of situation. So right now is still having trouble coming up to the right side, but we have found support so far. So maybe we can see this cup forming soon. But yeah, overall this has corrected probably closer to 30% at the lows here. Still have solid fundamentals and earnings, so it's definitely worth watching. So this week is definitely is reporting this week, so we could see big movement one way or another. So still lots of risk towards this right now. Another stock here, related Upstart in the financial area. This one has also come down. You can see it's making 21-day right now. Did find a little bit of support, but overall we are still in this downtrend right now. Iron, this is financial side. This is related to Bitcoin. This one keep making new lows, so it's starting to look a little bit a stronger pullback right now. And so we're coming down to near the 50-day line, so we could find support there. Affirm, this one also came down to the 50-day line. We are seeing support on Friday, so hopefully that could help there. So far, a little bit volatile. After the earnings, it was doing really well. Then it has an offering, came back down. It's like, and then the next day gap up again, and then here it comes down again. It's really volatile right now. But so far, it's been finding support at the pink line, which is 21-day. Still in an uptrend. We're also in this group, technology group here, we are seeing lots of stocks in downtrend as well. So things have really turned negative here. Credo, again, Thursday and Friday. Thursday we saw a reversal in the market. A lot of growth stocks are following this pattern. Friday we have a gap down, and then some of them bounce back. Yet on Friday. So not completely, but at least it didn't close at the bottom of the range. So then, but for most of them, the slope is still very steep. So it may take more time to recover unless this is a V-shaped rebound. The last time you see this stock pullback, it took like 5 sessions before it make a bottom, but it did bounce back as well from the bottom here. So very similar pattern. Maybe this is it. Maybe we'll continue to run again. It's possible, but it's also possible that it can continue to come down to the 50-day line. So this is one of the top stocks in the tech group, and so we'll have to watch closely what it does here. MGNI, McKnight, this continue to make new low on the on the bottom channel line here. Not acting too well right now. LIF, this one was doing really well, coming up nice and slow, but then nice and slow and steady, but then it kind of gave back some on Friday. So, but it did close again in the middle range. So, trying to hold at that level. Here we have Seagate Technology. We had the earnings gap down, but then it closed near the top, and then after immediately make next high next day, and then on Friday, look, it found support again yet at the bottom. So this is looking pretty healthy right now because it's kind of going sideways, but yet still making new highs. So this has been a good stock, and now it looks like it's ready to go soon again. Next we have light here, momentum, bouncing pretty strong. For Friday, gap down and it closed back at the 10-day. Earnings are in 10 days. SMTC, Semtech is coming down pretty hard right now. So it's still near the 21-day. Palantir, it's slowly moving up, but it's been stalling lately. And then Friday again, same thing. It came back below the 10-day, but it did close near the 10-day. This is the Lego Microsystem. This one very strong rally, but it has coming down really hard right now. Now it's trading below 50-day after the earnings gap down here. We have Avago, Nvidia, and also TSM down here. We covered that in the main market video, so you can go watch that if you like. Look at Dell here. Dell also pulling back pretty hard right now. AEIS, this one is also pulling back pretty hard. MU making new low still. App Loving tried to come out here on Thursday, but Friday got back down, but it was able to close and it finds support at 10-day. This one looks pretty good. Very similar to STX, kind of consolidating, but it's kind of making new highs at the same time. SNPS, this one has come back down. Still finding support at 10 days, so maybe it can still work. Next we have Rambus here. Rambus a little bit volatile. It pulled back here, but then it found support again. Next we're gonna look at industrial stocks. Again, many of them in downtrend right now. CLS making really strong new high right here. It has been pulling back 2 days now. Friday it did rebound a little bit, so that's a good sign. Symbolic here. Symbolic was trying to come out, but then it kind of pulled back again on Friday. So again, the market is choppy right now. So even if you have the right stocks, a lot of them, if the market continues to be choppy or deteriorate, a lot of these stocks will have trouble coming back out. So again, there's more time in terms of digestion. That could happen. And this one's reporting in 4 days. VRT also reported, went up really nice here. Again, Friday, just one day. Look at, a lot of stocks bounce back on Friday, but again, the slope is so steep, because they oversold in the morning and then they bounce back. Doesn't mean the downtrend is over. So that's the one thing to be, kind of cautious about. Coherent, again, another good stock, and again, Friday tumble, very steep slope right now. Here we see KRMN, Arlo, JBL. A lot of these stocks, some of them report earnings, some of them haven't yet, but they're getting hit hard. SCI. In terms of commodities, a lot of them, again, very much in downtrend. TLS, I think it's being acquired by Baker Hughes. That's the only one. We have some gold stocks moving, but again, let's take a look here. GFI Goldfields, this one bounced Friday. AU Anglo Gold also bounced on Friday. If we look at the gold bullion, it's bouncing on Friday, so that's the reason those stocks moving. On the health side, we see some few still in uptrend, but there's also a lot of stocks in downtrend. Still, the one that is more known is HIMS here. So HIMS was climbing up pretty strong, and then Friday it got knocked that back down because it was trying to come out of this breakout point right there, and it couldn't. So again, this is negative because after this is a breakout failure right now so far. It looks like. Now it might come back to 10-day bounce, so we'll see if that can work. And the last group here is retail. Kavana, RSI, those two are still in uptrend. So here's the earnings gap out on Kavana, but it gave back a lot since the top there. So could be doing some sort of consolidation here. RSI also reported earnings. This one's finding good support. Looks like it doesn't want to come down, so this could be still healthy. Leisure gaming. The earnings slowing a little bit, but overall it looks pretty healthy here. I'm seeing RCL, HSI, and Sub Ninja here. So here's Royal Caribbean. This was doing a nice uptrend. Now it breaks down. Look at how fast the stock broke down. I mean, in 4 sessions, it gave up, 350 to almost, at the lows here, probably 305 or something, 303. So it's just amazing the speed at which it comes down. The Shock Ninja here, very similar. Broke this 10-day and then it's coming back to 21-day. So the 10, 21, and 50 are all the support level. So usually when it breaks one level, then it goes to the next level. So we gotta be also cautious about that. Edge side, this one a little bit volatile, but it tried to come out here and again very fast. It just make new low again. So that's pretty bad. Then we have Shack that reported it got devastated on earnings here, and then it followed through on Friday. So that's even like 2 sessions give up like more than a month of gains here. It's just crazy how fast things turn around. So to me, this is not a good sign for the market. I would stay more on the sideline until things start to stabilize here. So these are stocks from the previous list. I didn't go through them all, but you can feel free to go through them on your own time. A lot of them are in downtrend. That's the biggest problem right now. With the newer list, we're seeing a lot of earnings gap up. The question is, can they hold and can they follow through, right? So some of them you can see here on the highest date, which is August 1st on Friday. So it looks like some of them did follow through here, or at least hit a new high on that day, despite the market down. So we want to look at some of this, and maybe they could become the next leaders here. So right now this list is still pretty short, 150 stocks. These are all the stocks that have reported. As time moves on, this will continue to grow. And but still, even with this list, we're not seeing that many in uptrend. So that's the problem as well. So we'll hope to see the list start to have more stocks moving back in the uptrend. But let's start from the top here. We have Mod leading the way with 45% gain since July 14. So I'm not sure if there is news here because the gap up doesn't look like the same day. Maybe it is. Yeah, it probably is the gap up day for the earnings. I'll probably report after hours and then it just shot up. And the important thing here is how the next day it holds up here. So here this is the low on Friday. It was able to hold that low on Thursday, and not only that, it kind of come back near the top of the range. So very healthy. Volume is really high in recent days too. So this shows market is this shows the stock is lots of demand. Yeah. Next we have Seco in the pollution control, ranked number 2. Here is pollution control, long base here. Again, very similar thing, gap up on earnings, and look at that follow through. And then look at Friday. Wow, it just doesn't want to come down. It started out low and it bounced back right away. So this is another industrial stock here. Next, at rank number 3, this is technology computer enterprise, a portfolio APPF. So this is a 1-day gap up on earnings, coming out of a base here. Definitely extended. If you missed the initial buy here on the morning, it really went up. So looking at the earnings here, pretty stable, and the sales here also stable. Next we have Fix, also doing well recently on earnings. ATech and Reddit here ranked 5 and 6. ATech here, medical products, gap up on earnings, very strong. It broke out from to a new high. It's pretty good here. Earnings are improving significantly here. Next we have Reddit. Reddit also broke out nicely here. Earnings look pretty strong in sales as well. So it has a couple of days of humongous volume. Right now, again, these stocks, even though they reported well and they jump up a lot, they are extended. So it's best to wait for the next opportunity, like, see how they come back, see how they test the 10-day as it comes back or not. Yeah. We have Wing here, we have CLS here, KNSA. Next, we have this biotech stock, Kinesa Pharmaceuticals. And here it has pretty good earnings, 31 to 46 cents, and the sales are very strong as well. It just came out right here this week on pretty good earnings right here. And then after that, it was able to hold the lows. You can see it doesn't want to come back down to the 10-day, and it make a new high on Friday. So this is quite promising here. We have NBT in the electrical power equipment group. This one also gap up on Friday on strong earnings. It is definitely extended right now, but yeah, so but it's to be on the watch list. Could be continue to be the leader here. Then we have GEV and eBay here, both holding near their highs. Co-op doing really well. So here, it kind of come down on near the earnings here, but then it kind of moved back up here on Friday, which is very interesting because they were able to come back up so fast. We have FSS Security ranked 13, GLW, TL, RMBS here. We have First Solar. I haven't seen this name in a while here. But First Solar has this nice cup, and then the consolidation tightens a little bit more, and it's trading pretty tight here. It did fall back recently, but then it bounced here. So, not sure how solar will do because with the Trump administration, they're not that green supporting in general. So it may not work. But numbers are showing very good numbers here. We have rank 18 GL, Global Life, VRT, Kavana, CVNA, SANM, and then we have SPXC making new high here. Well, this one gap out on earnings here. It's quite extended right now from the buy point. Then we have CBRE in the real estate. We have BFAM in commercial service education. BFAM, yeah, it bounced pretty strong on the earnings here. So we'll see how that goes here. We have Empower also bouncing strong after this recent consolidation, and it's breaking to new high, recent high here. CBLT in the database, still in the uptrend. AM, oil and gas integrated. We have RMD, ResMed. This one found nice support and bounce here on the 10-day, and that's after the earnings here. Chef's Warehouse, bounce on the earnings here. It's been holding pretty tight since then, so looking pretty good. It's getting, it's trying to break out, but hasn't really had that boost yet. But still look okay though. Then we have Cloudflare. Cloudflare went up here, but then it kind of give back a lot of gains after the earnings. So it's still overall it's still holding pretty tight. So we'll see. And then we have FCFS in the finance consumer loans, O'Reilly, auto parts, VMI, metal prop fabrication, with CMP in the utility diversified making new high. UTHR is in downtrend. Penumbra medical products still in uptrend. DTM, oil gas transport pipeline making new highs. NDAC, Nasdaq, financial service specialty, with Eldorado Eagle still making new high as well. Then we start to see some downtrend. ABT in downtrend, ABBV, SPGI, those are all still in uptrend here. KGC uptrend, STX in uptrend. Again, CD Group starting to come down, and this one is giving back quite a bit here. It did bounce back up, so we'll see. GPC come back down, short coming down. So it's starting to see a lot of stocks that are giving up in a sense a little bit here. So we can not see much uptrend here. It's all downtrend. So lots of stocks are reported, but we're just seeing way more downtrend than uptrend. Of course, you focus on the top here. Most of these are still in uptrend. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, earnings season is nowhere near finished yet. We're going to continue to see a lot of stocks report, and what's going to happen is most likely a lot of stocks will be consolidating, or they could pull back more, and then hopefully we'll have some setups after all these earnings are out, and hopefully we can. I don't know how long this will last. It could last over August. January, August, September. There's some weakness to the market. So again, I would be more patient. Of course, we're already seeing some setups here that we just looked at. Not the ones that are too extended, but even the ones that are kind of trying to break out. So again, those might work. We'll see. But generally, if the market pulls down hard like Friday, we're going to see more stocks deteriorate. So that's the only risk here. And for every four stocks, there's roughly only one stock in uptrend. So the odds are against you. Again, we'll have to be patient. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe.